Have you been praying for a sign? Well, today, if you're seeing this at this exact time, because this is a timeless reading, then this is Spirit's direct answer to you, dear one. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Brahmaloka Tarot. I'm Lauren, and today's message is from Spirit, direct from Spirit. It's a pick a card reading, and it is a timeless reading. So whenever you come here is the right timing for you. So as you can see, I have 3 piles to choose from here. This is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, and this is pile number 3. So please take a look at these 3 piles. You can choose one of them or all of them, whichever one really pulls your eye or you intuitively want to choose. I'll show you your significator cards right now. So for pile number 1, this is the significator card with Splendor, Solis, or Sun's Splendor. And that is with this citrine pyramid, yellow citrine pyramid. And that's with the original tarot deck here, the Rider-Waite tarot deck. And then pile number 2, you have this card with Stibus, antimony. And that is with this beautiful Lapis Lazuli crystal. And again, a different tarot deck, the Tarot of the Divine. And then pile number 3 has this card with Cauda, Pavonis, the peacock's tail. And that is with this jade crystal. It's a froggy, a toad, whatever you want to call it. And that is with this angel tarot. Now, I don't know the exact name of this one, so I will be putting all of the decks that I use down in the description box. When you are ready and you've chosen your pile or piles, then go down to the description box or the pinned comment in the comment section, and there you'll find the timestamps for your reading, and I'll see you in your separate readings. Hi, pile 1, and welcome back. And this is your pile if you chose this significator card, Sun's Splendor. I do believe that this is the LIII, that's 53, I believe. So I'll put that off to the side here. And you might have chosen it for this reason. This is the yellow citrine pyramid. I'll put that off to the side. Okay. So before we start, I do have some channeled messages for each and every pile. What Spirit wants to know, what Spirit wants you to know today. So these are spirit messages, spiritual communications coming from your higher self, from source energy, from the universe, universal consciousness, from God, whatever you want to call this higher self, this higher knowledge base, okay? And I have oracle cards ready to go afterwards. Alrighty, let's take a look here. Thank you for showing up today. Spirit messages. Spirit's messages for you, pile 1. Okay, so the first thing that I wrote down here is actually a song that came through, and it was just a part of a song, and it's Bright Sunshiny Day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, bright sunshiny day. And then I wrote down songs, songbirds. I saw hawks and blue jays. I saw mockingbirds. And then I also saw the blue color, that like the blue skies on a really sunny day. And as I'm saying that, my throat started closing up a little bit. I'm hearing and I saw ancestors, the saints, sages, and avatars from this lifetime and previous lifetimes. There was one specifically that was coming through Buddha, Gautama Buddha, and Master Ashtar, and Ananda Mayima. Yeah. So whoever you connect with as well will be coming through. So these higher vibrational beings, these beings of light, the ones who have been embodied before and who have learned and understood what this human life is all about. That's what came through. So I also was seeing in my third eye these beautiful waterfalls, like beautiful. If you've ever been to this place called Havasupai Falls, it's in the United States. It's in Arizona and closer, like within the Grand Canyon. It's beautiful. If you've never been there before, go ahead and, book your trip. Go and see it. Waterfalls. I saw forests with water, and I was also asked to write down forest bathing because forest bathing might be very helpful, especially I think it's something to do with those negative ions that are generated around waterfalls and bodies of water and forests. So something about negative ions are important. That just came through just now because when I'm reading this now, that's that's what Spirit has been telling me. And then I wrote down eagles and hawks, and I know I wrote down hawks prior to that, so I guess hawks are really important. Maybe birds that you've been seeing. Maybe it's your spirit animal. I also heard you can manipulate water. Its frequencies can be altered with your mind. That's amazing. So I also heard healer, heal thyself. And then I saw so much movement, so much great movement towards something yet to be discovered within yourself, especially. So it was a lot of inner movement. Yes, there's outer movement too that I was being shown for you, for your group, but specifically this inner movement. And then I saw a veil, like a veil over a person's face. And I wrote down after that, hidden opportunities. And then I heard hidden snakes, beware. So something about the opportunities itself and this self-discovery, there are some pitfalls, like snake pits almost. I'm not talking about real snake pits. Don't worry about that. But something like, snakes can really express or be an expression of fear, and shedding fear is part of the whole process of knowing oneself because that seems to be a veil. So let's see what else shows here. I wrote down shattered, fractured, fallen to pieces, and then regroup, recollect, reconnect, respect. Just a little bit, just a little bit. So the RESPECT respect song came through as well. So you got a couple of songs maybe that you listen to or probably need to listen to. I felt a lot of ear sensitivity. So when I'm experiencing this, I feel it within my body, but that also correlates to what might be happening for those of you who are in pile 1. So this ear sensitivity seems to be like fluctuations in your mood, your energy, your sensitivity overall. There might be some change in colors, either more dull or brighter. And this can be on a daily, even if not hourly basis. It's not something that's like really static. I heard dragons and feeling of in and then out. So it was like zooming in, then zooming out, zooming in, zooming out. And that was almost the feeling of the waves that were coming through my ears with the ear sensitivity. So it kind of was a little bit annoying and frustrating because it was like that's what the experience was. It's a frequency shift for you. And then I wrote down brain zaps with a question mark because I was experiencing some brain zaps. So maybe like reconnections, like something in your neural network is being reconnected or connected. Glitches to the matrix. Now, this is very interesting because I was noticing as I was viewing through my third eye that the world as we know it is kind of glitching. Like it's showing its fractures, it's showing the things that kind of aren't real. I don't know. But it seemed like, you know, if you were looking at a old television and the static is there, that's kind of how it looked to me. And then I wrote down the sun with an exclamation point. Now we do have sun's splendor right here. Wave after wave of frequency upgrades. Yeah, I wrote that down. I didn't realize I did that. Okay, and then I wrote down red clovers to help move your lymph. Red clovers. And then I wrote down red rover, send, and then insert your name right over. Have you heard of that? Like when you were a kid, did you ever do the red rover game? I remember being in brownies. I wasn't even in Girl Scouts. It was earlier than that. And we would play Red Rover where you clasp hands with the other people next to you and form a line. And then the other people on the other side send someone over, whoever's name was called, then they have to break through the line of arms, so to speak. And I mean, I think it was like incredibly dangerous. Were a few people who I think like strained or broke their arms doing that. But anyhow, what I'm seeing here and what I saw during the meditation is that spirit is calling you. And when I wrote this down, I got shivers all over, and I'm still getting shivers. I'm still getting full body shivers from head to toe. My hair is standing on end. Now, I wrote down full body connection. You are becoming fully connected using your entire body, your entire being as some sort of antenna to spirit. No wonder you felt weird. I wrote that in all capital letters. So, wow, for one, that's huge. I know that a lot of times recently my messages have been kind of coming through a little botchy, and I'm sorry about that. Sometimes they're beautiful prose that comes through, very poetic prose, but this time around it was just kind of like, this is what's being experienced and felt in my body and mind, third eye, and all of that. And spirit's very, very much tuning us all up in pile one, okay? Becoming attuned. Splendor Solis. This looks beautiful. The hope that I feel and the joy that I feel when I look at this picture, and this is from the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck by Kim Kranz. Look at that. So she always has like high contrast colors. And that might be how it kind of is experienced right now for you. What I'm thinking is like you are seeing the brightness and the joy, but you're also kind of still seeing all the darkness, like the extremes on both sides. I hope that makes sense. Something about that should be making sense for you if you're in pile one. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Well, that fell from the bottom. That's something that the unconscious is going, the unconscious, your unconscious mind is having some sort of doubt or indecision, something in which you have two paths or two ways of looking at things. You're kind of at the crux in the middle of it all. But I still feel so good. Like this is, you are definitely being upgraded. Okay, let's see. We're going to take a look. The core message that spirit's bringing through. What's happening beneath the surface? Well, beneath the surface, what's happening beneath the surface is kind of this. Like you're choosing. You have a choice to make, really. And though the choice is yours, spirit is kind of saying you're like riding on the back of their wings or underneath their wings, actually. However you want to see it, kind of like the eagle and the hawk showing you around, saying this is what you can experience if you can, or you have full body connection with the divine, with us, with you. So, okay, spirit, Spirit, what is your message? What is your message to pile 1? Oh, wow. So the 5 of Cups in reverse. No wonder there's that high contrast and that extreme hope that's coming through for you, because you're finally releasing some old patterns, old experiences, some old outdated belief systems. You're choosing the higher route now. And, I think actually Spirit wants to applaud you. And no wonder you have been feeling weird, because all of a sudden you're just kind of like in out of this like old experience, new experience, old experience, new experience. Oh, joy. Oh, crap. Oh, joy. Oh, crap. Like there's just so much going on right now. So I think Spirit just wants you to know that you are on the right path, that you are being helped as well and assisted and guided and supported, like the birds that we were talking about. And birds, a lot of times I find that they are symbolic of spirit and spiritual messages and communications. You're awakening to some layer or level that you have never actually been or had access to before. And especially because the 2 of Swords was on the bottom of this deck, it kind of goes to show how underground all this has been, kind of like how unconscious that all of this has been for you. And yet now you're kind of consciously evolving, consciously becoming aware of some of these things, maybe some of the indecision or the doubt that still exists within your being, and the shake up and breakup and fracturing of all of this and reassembling and realigning to your higher self. Okay, let's also see. Do I want one more, Spirit? Yeah, okay. One more card from this original tarot deck. The Knight of Swords. Oh, yeah. So Knight of Swords in reverse. Things are coming very swiftly, actually. And it's funny because, yeah, it's in reverse, but it's almost this time around, it's actually showing me how fast things are happening. So fast that it's like you can't keep up. It's kind of like the advent of AI, right? And how fast things are changing. The world is changing so incredibly fast that it's like you just can't keep up, right? But this isn't like the old energies are the things that can't keep up with the newer frequencies. The newer frequencies that are being inserted within your own brain, whatever it is, this whole full body reset or upgrade is happening. That's that's kind of blowing past all these old outdated energies. Let me go back to this. I don't know why I put it away. So you have a lot to be grateful for. You have a lot to be excited about in the coming days, weeks, months, years. Your entire lifetime has been waiting for this. And this is wave after wave of frequency upgrades. And the sun, so there is illumination. There's a lot to be excited about. And I know, yeah, there's also a lot that is happening in the world that we don't know. We don't yet know how the world is going to look in a couple of years. We don't. And if you've been following along with the news and all of that, I mean, it's just showing the fractures in the old matrix or the system that was created a long time ago. And it does not matter where you live. You are affected by this. Okay, let's continue on here. I want to definitely get through all of this, and let's take a look at your cards here. Should I start with these? No, I'm going to put those off to the side. I'm going to do this one. Truth. The throat chakra. The number 37. 3 and 7, expansion and spiritual growth or spirituality, your inner self. There's the Om symbol right here. You know what? I'm not really sure who these... Oh my God, is that Anandamayi? Well, I don't know. I'm just gonna go with it. So the throat chakra, nevertheless, throat. There's an upgrade to your communication. And oh, that's what it is in your ears. Your ears are sensitized, becoming sensitized, not desensitized, but resensitized to spirit's messages coming through. And the throat chakra, meaning like your creative communication, your communication is leveling up, upgrading. Ooh, yes. 360, prosperous growth. This is an angel number. Learn from life. Your struggles are not in vain. There's much to be learned from your current situation, and your angels want you to take this opportunity to do just that. Journal about the lessons you are coming up against now and how you can use them to foster a prosperous future. Reminder that you are blowing past all of these blockages, maybe even a perceived blockages. There might be some blockages, like real world blockages that you're having, but you're going to blow past those, and like your frequency upgrade is just happening. And I cannot believe how fast it's happening for you. No wonder you felt so weird. Okay, you're not for everyone. Wow. I didn't even know why I chose to go this way, like with the cards from the bottom. Okay, well, anyhow, it says embrace your weirdness, face your true north. No wonder you've been feeling so weird. And you're also very weird. You're a weird individual. I would like to hang out with you, though. You're a cool individual to me. If you're weird, you're good. You're good on my books. Like, as long as you have the openness to really look deeply and think deeply and feel deeply, like that's a huge willingness that some people are not willing to do. I feel like you have definitely been open. You've had this openness about you ever since you were a kid. I can see you as a little child, like a tiny child, probably 4 years old, maybe even younger. You had this incredible mind, incredible imagination, and you kind of still do. Yeah, you do. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Now, that definitely flows and goes with that. Oh, this kind of looks like the fragmentation. Yeah, the fragmentation of reality. What is not aligned or needs to change? What needs to be reviewed and reset or disconnected altogether? Huh. Dissociation almost. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but like dissociating from the old reality, because you're going in and out, in and out, in and out constantly, and you're just like, oh my God, this is giving me like a, I don't know, motion sickness from going in and out all this time. Like, I want to choose the higher road now. I want to be in that new reality. I don't want to be split in two worlds. Okay, let's see here. We've got all these cards here. Which I want to do this one. Water. Water permeates everything, including the cells of your body. It carries pure divine love and special qualities that can assist your ascension. Poseidon is in charge of the waters. Neptune is his elemental master and directs the undines. Ask them to cleanse emotions, emotionally based illnesses, and relationship difficulties. Your guidance is to bless water everywhere to bring it into the fifth dimension. Ask Poseidon to link you to the music of the spheres to access the sounds of your perfect divine blueprint and start to reinstate it. Affirmation says on the bottom, water, I love you, I bless you, and I thank you. I direct you to spread love around the planet. Now, the colors, look how blue the colors are here. There's a lot of blue, so water quality and air quality. And I know I talked about the air quality. I know I talked about also your intellect and your imagination, your thoughts, and things happening really fast in thought. And thought actually is helping too with, didn't we say that in the messages here? Let's see here. Healer, heal thyself. Oh yeah, waterfalls, forests with water, forest bathing. You can manipulate water. Its frequencies can be altered with your mind. Healer, heal thyself. So you're very much drawn to water. You may even be a water sign. If you're not a water sign, then it's something that maybe you can incorporate into your world, working with the element of water a little bit more, going with flow and drinking more water too. Where is my water? I need a little bit of water thinking about that. But yeah, the mind has a lot to do with the alteration of frequencies of the water. There's water studies out there, if you look it up, and certain frequencies affect water. It can turn into beautiful snowflake-looking images under a scope, or if it gets fragmented or gets yelled at or something like that, then the images are completely scattered and disconnected, disoriented. Yeah, it's very interesting. So there's water studies out there. Take a look at it if you haven't checked it out. It's really interesting to see how much water is affected by the frequencies around us, and even the frequencies of sound and of song, of music. And that's something to do with your message from spirit. Spirit wants you to know that you can alter your water, and maybe even bless the water that you drink every single day. Bless the water that you drink. It's time to play the number 17. You're working too hard and worrying about everything. Seek out joyous experiences to bring balance into your life. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Have more fun. Play in the water. Stomp in the water puddles after a rainfall, like you would do when you were a 2-year-old. You know, who cares if you get wet? If you get wet, it's fun, right? More water here. So 43, let your ship set sail. And we were talking about movement. So yeah, and look at the turbulence of these waters, but the ship is still setting sail despite the turbulence around it. You're not going to capsize. You're being guided by the Most High. We have rose without thorns. You have a right to your joy, peace, and sweetness of life. Yeah, you have a right. That's your birthright. Your birthright is to experience joy, to know joy, to be joy, to love unconditionally, and to be loved unconditionally, to experience the lightness and brightness and happiness within this lifetime. It's a right for you to choose as well, but it is your birthright to have that experience. And then this last one is from Moonology deck. Last quarter moon in Scorpio. Reveal what needs to be seen. Reveal what needs to be seen. More water. Well, dang, pile one. Water is really important to you. Maybe you should take a little breather and like go to a body of water, either the ocean or, like I said, because it came through, Havasupai Falls. That's a beautiful area. Something like that, just where there's running water. Mountain water, streams, creeks, rivers, oceans. Water is life. And you are here to set sail. Okay, let's look at these. These are the last cards here. I just wanted to take a look at these. Rabbit. Magical power. Yeah. Okay. And fertility. I always think of it as like, being as fertile as a rabbit or a rodent, fertile myrtle. And this says, new plan or idea will bring great success. And this says sexual activity, fertility, and positive outlook. So success, magical powers, activity, sensuality, fertility, positive outlook. I do think that there is going to be quite a switch from this like old expression of the self to this new one where your magical powers are turning on. That ear stuff is not just ear stuff. The body stuff is not just body stuff. It's just a recalibration phase that you're going through right now. And I don't know what part of the phase, or there's multiple phases, right, that are happening, and everyone might be in different levels of this recalibration, but it's happening right now. It's happening to us as a collective. And then we have Clover with spiritual cleaning. Good luck if you work hard to attain. Good luck, yeah, the 4-leaf clover. And then open yourself for love, friendship, and healing. The Clover woman. I think she's got green eyes. Maybe you have some Irish in you. The luck of the Irish. Clover. Well, that's beautiful too. And there's when you plant clover, I found this out when I was going through herbalism school. When you plant clover, it actually is one of those herbs that can enrich the soil by giving back nitrogen to the soil. It doesn't deplete it of nitrogen. It actually like gives it back. So there's definitely a positive view of that. If you're thinking about living soil or doing something with living soil, definitely plant clover. Okay, is there anything else that wants to come through? I honestly don't think that there is. Oh my God. Okay, so I do have to show you this because I think you need to see this. On the bottom, 10 of Pentacles. That is foundational. That is stability. That is building an enterprise. That is like establishment. And it's not, well, I'm hearing two things: down with the establishment, and then the rise of the rise of the new earth. Okay, so that's something to maybe like think about here. So Spirit has definitely been showing how the air element and the water element are really important for you to work with. It's also giving you the hope that you need to move forward, especially if you've been having a kind of a hard time. And if you've been experiencing some of these weird sensations, body sensations, the in and out, the whoosh feeling, the maybe brain zaps or physical ailments, ear congestion, or high-pitched noises, vertigo, vitiligo. I don't know, like all these things seem to be still showing that there's definitely a, a, a rise in your prosperity, a level up in your spiritual growth, and your access to prosperity is open now. Whereas maybe at one time or one point, the gate was closed for you. So that's all I have for you, pile number 1. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye, and Jaima. Hi, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. Today's reading is about Spirit's messages that are directly telling you about whatever it was that you've been praying about, whatever it is that's been on your mind. Spirit is here to directly communicate with you through these messages that have come through today, both through the channeled messages and through these cards. So if you chose this pile, then this is your significator card this is a wolf here, and it says Stibus antimony. It's a white wolf. How many white wolves have you seen? I don't think I've seen many. Okay. And then if you chose this pile, might have been because of this beautiful blue Lapis Lazuli crystal. So I'll put that off to the side here. Okay. So we have a stack of oracle cards that came through when I was shuffling the decks. And then we also have your Tarot of the Divine tarot deck here. But before I do all that, I have some channeled messages for you. So what are the Spirit's messages for you through the channel messages? Let's take a look, okay? So, pile 2. I really felt, even before I started writing down, that you, pile 2, are very directly connected with Earth. You have a lot of Earth energy. And yeah, it's like this very supportive Earth energy that I was feeling for you. Okay. Grounding. So grounding is rather important for you. I would, especially since it's in here and Spirit was connecting through me in this way, get on the floor, get in the dirt, the sand, the water, gaze into a fire. That's also very grounding. Yeah, instead of having like all of these LED lights that only have the blue spectrum or the reds, or yeah, there's a lot of issues with the way that we do lighting these days too. You want a full spectrum light, but the best light out there is, of course, being out in the sun. So sunlight and the sun's rays, getting out in nature. So for you, pile 2, this is really, you're connected to nature. You're connected to the outdoors. You're connected to the earth and to the earthworms. I'm going through right now, like this isn't part of the channel messages, but some of it is because it's coming through right now as it is. So it says get on the floor. Yep. Get in the dirt, sand, water. Earth's frequencies are healing to your body. I heard Rumpelstiltskin and then happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. I can't remember what cartoon that was from, but I don't know. That came through as well. And then I heard and saw Saint John of the Cross. It was about Dark Night of the Soul, and he's written about his Dark Night of the Soul and coming out to the other side. So you're coming out the other side, flying high. The nights turn to day. Disease falls away. So if you have been experiencing any type of dis-ease or disorder within the body and mind, that is going to start falling away. Spirit has directly communicated to you with that. Spirit is telling you that you are being healed and you are healing and you're healed. Okay? More stability in the body and heart and mind. I wrote that down. I heard anomaly, like you're an anomaly. And then the song Phenomena. Phenomena. And then also like pile 1, I felt a surge of energy, then a lull, then a surge, then a lull. So the in and out feeling that I was feeling in pile 1 is kind of like yours too. So it's kind of like a recalibration phase, something that's going on that's like maybe 1 minute you're feeling really, really good. And then the next minute you're like, what the heck happened? I feel like zero motivation. I don't feel like I want to do anything. It's terrible. And I'm feeling awful within the body. So there's stuff like that. So it's going in and out, in and out. And yeah, especially in the ears. So you too are kind of recalibrating. There's something about communication coming through the ears. So the ears are upgrading, the frequencies are shifting within your body and mind. The pain between the shoulder blades, I felt that when I was sitting for meditation. I was feeling for a lot of you in pile 2 that there's a lot of pain within the mid back, like between those shoulder blades. And that usually connects with past hurts and opening up of communication and of the heart activation. You're going to look back at this time with incredible compassion for what you've endured and be grateful for having gone through it. And I heard Spirit say, it's what has strengthened you the most are the times of great uncertainty and stress. So what strengthened you the most are the times of great uncertainty and stress. And even I hear unrest. Faith as small as a mustard seed's seed moves mountains. Faith as small as a mustard seed moves mountains. I think that's kind of like from the biblical times or some sort of verse within the Bible. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter whether you're of that religion or not, but that's kind of what came through, is that you just need a tiny bit of faith and you can move mountains. I heard maternity and eternity, those two words. And then I wrote down old soul you are, but when I wrote it, it looks like you're rare. Do you see that? Old soul you're rare. Wow. And then I wrote down, yeah, I saw rare. Again, I heard anomaly. And what is this? Then I saw telekinesis, like you moving things. You can move mountains. Like you can actually move things with your own thought. Look into it. There are people who can do that. I personally can't, and I don't think I ever have been able to. But yeah, I would love to know down in the comment section if you've ever experienced that ability. And then I wrote, because they know you, the mountains, the mountains, because they know you, they trust you on their bodies, the mountain bodies. They know you're an ancient healer and an earth guardian. You too know them. Call their names. Sing the songs of the Apu. Dance with them. Learn their medicine. Remember who you are. And I wrote down, I had huge shivers down my body when I was writing that, because that's absolutely certain that that's important for you to do, and to remember who you are, remember how much of a healer you are. Healer, heal thyself. Healer, heal thyself. I think that was actually in, yeah, that was in pile 1. So you might actually have come from pile 1, or that you might be drawn to pile 1 as well. And I think you are a healer and you can heal yourself. So let's take a look at your cards now. What does Spirit want to, like, what is it that Spirit wants to communicate to you about? And it's probably in regards to some question or prayer that you've had. So this is a direct communication right now with these cards. This is in a direct communication from the Most High, from Source, from the universal consciousness, from the great beloved, the great mystery, the great creator, the one with 1,000 names. Wow. Okay, we've got the Knight of Wands. Fast, isn't it? Things are happening very fast. The Knight of Wands shows that fast energy. And the pile 1, I think, had one of the knights. It was the Knight of Swords, though. So the Knight of Wands, fast action is happening. Fast movement, like a wildfire is what I'm hearing. Let me see what else is coming through. What else do you want? The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. So the wheel's turning in your favor. And then, is there one more that wants to come through? Ooh, oh, I can, okay. And then 3 of Wands. Look at all this. The Knight of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 3 of Wands. Can you see that one here? 3 of Wands. Climbing up a ladder. See, climbing up the ladder, and the Wheel of Fortune, that's really interesting. This lady, she looks like a spider. She's a weaver. And she's sitting there in the middle of this spider thing, it weaving its nest, you know. That's so interesting, the weaver. So you are incredibly abundant right now. You're moving forward so fast, and I know that Spirit has got your back. Spirit has seen how much of an effort it's been for you, and Spirit's just kind of like, here, we're gonna help you move through this like wildfire. You are an anomaly too, so I think also there's like a road to success that's been paved, that is being paved, And every single time I'm looking at this, I keep on hearing lone wolf. I keep on hearing anomaly once again, and that came from the channeled messages. An anomaly is something that usually happens to someone that doesn't happen. It's like very, very rare, very random, like out of the blue, nowhere, like nothing like that would happen to other people. So if something happens to you, and maybe you have some sort of autoimmune condition or something that really can't be described to you from a physician's standpoint, they don't understand, they don't know why you've suffered this much. You're an anomaly. So if you have gone that route through the dark night of the soul and dealt with so much illness and fatigue and distress, how come then an anomaly couldn't also be the opposite of that? Success and leverage and joy, like the better experiences of life. I can see that you being 1 in a billion. You are, well, at least 1 in, what I'm hearing is like 1 in 350 million. 1 in 350 million. And that's not just 1 in a million. 1 in 350 million is what I'm hearing. So that type of anomaly, something where it is rare. It does not happen much at all. And if you've suffered, unlike other people who have suffered, like your sufferings have been, probably objectively worse than others, then why can't it go the other way? That's what Spirit is trying to tell you, that you are the anomaly. You are the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You are ready. You're ready to see the beauty of the lone wolf, the beauty of all of the stress and distress that you've gone through. Now let's see here. I wanted to take a look at the John of the Cross. Yeah. So, and what you've endured. Yeah. So this says you're going to look back at this time with incredible compassion for what you've endured and be grateful for the things that you've gone through. It's what's strengthened you the most, that the times of great uncertainty and stress. So yeah, you are rare. You are a rare being. Very rare. We've got tree with good health, confidence in prosperity and happiness. Look at that. Family roots and enduring relationships. And we were talking about grounding. So maybe trees, grounding with and around trees will be very helpful for you. Good health. Yeah. And we were talking about maybe like distressful situations, autoimmune conditions, dis-ease within the body and mind. Yeah. And you're getting this as confirmation that your health is improving because of the things that you've done. Grounding. Wow. Good health and grounding. Yeah. Look at that. And it's that's Ganesha, one of the Hindu gods, the number 4, which is very much a stability. It's about your family, your security, your stability, your safety, your resources, your finances. And Ganesha is the he kind of is like the remover of obstacles. I know from just studying a little bit of Hinduism. Yes, Ganesha is the remover of obstacles. So as you can see, you're getting help from Spirit, removing obstacles on your path. 700, this is a angel number. Originate. Your thoughts create your reality. There is bravery in wanting something in life. It can lead to disappointment, but your angels want you to take that chance. What is it that you want? They're sending energy to you so as to manifest your desires in your life. Your work today is to want something. Write a closely held desire on a piece of paper and put that paper somewhere safe, such as in a bedside drawer. So this is something that can directly help you manifest your desires. Spirit is saying that it's actually closer than you think. It's one thought away. Instead of saying, I want this, that's something that's coming through too. Instead of saying what you want, say, I have this. So if you're wanting $1 million, instead of saying, I want this, because then you're going to constantly be in the energy of want, never having. Instead, just say, I have $1 million, and not just say it, but start to embody it. What does that feel like? What would it feel like to actually be safe and secure financially? What would it feel like within the body to be safe and secure within the body? Maybe just to have health, to have good health, right? Maybe that's something that you can do later tonight or whenever you come to this, okay? Let's see here. We have animals. Like humans, animals have come to Earth on their own soul journey. Originating from many planets and universes, some animals are here to learn, while others are here solely to teach or enlighten us. Because they are heart-centered, animals on this planet are designed to have experiences that are different from ours. The way in which we treat animals profoundly affects their ascension path as well as our own. Your guidance today is to call in Archangel, wow, I don't know how to say that one, Archangel Felii, angel of animals, to look after them, Archangel Michael to protect them, and the unicorns to enlighten them. The affirmation is, I honor and respect all animals. So you're also, we were saying you were connected with nature. You're also connected with nature's beasts. Maybe that's why you have this wolf here. Maybe wolf medicine is very close to your heart. I don't know. Wolf medicine and spider medicine, maybe elephant medicine, maybe goat medicine. Animals. Number 11, embrace this magical moment. You are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled. Wow. I really think that pretty much tells you exactly, like, just embrace this magical moment. Know that you are being supported in every way right now. Number 23 is pray from the heart. Prayer really can move mountains. Reach out to the divine with your heart's concerns and watch miracles unfold. This is crazy. Prayer really can move mountains. We said that. Or I wrote it down somewhere. This is so crazy sometimes. Okay, so it says here, telekinesis, you can move mountains because they know you, they trust you on their bodies. They know you're an ancient healer and earth guardian. You too know them. Call their names, sing their songs of the Apu. Yes. So pray from the heart. If you have something that you truly wish and desire, pray from the heart, feel it, and say to the Most High that you want healing or something like that. And instead say, like, I am healed. Thank you so much. To the divine, thank you so much. I am healed. Thank you so much for all the beauty and the gifts for this moment, for this message. Yeah, thank you so much. We've got the number 15, stop pushing and striving. That's gotten you into trouble from a physical standpoint and a mental health standpoint. Stop pushing and striving. And this is outside in nature. Go on a walk outdoors in nature, get on the ground, put your feet in this dirt. Yeah, that's important. And then the grandmothers, remember your roots, perspective, and trust the weavings. Oh, and this is interesting because then we've got the Wheel of Fortune with this weaving happening, right? And the spider. And then we've got the grandmothers around here weaving the universes together, this feminine energy. And I think we picked up on the maternal energy as well in the channeled messages. So that's really, really cool. So trust the weavings that are happening for you. You know that this is for you. Last quarter moon in Gemini. Clear your mind. Clearing your mind is not as easy sometimes as it sounds, only when so silence is really nice. Now, say for you specifically, I think it might actually be easier than others just because you are the anomaly. You're someone who can pretty much move mountains and do telekinesis, and you have clairaudience and all this crazy, amazing things and gifts, but you've had to go through a lot in order to recognize your true self. Now, clearing your mind, you might actually have more of a clear mind now. And if you feel like, yeah, I still have a little bit of a muddied mind, I'm seeing someone sitting outside, sitting in the dirt. Again, in the dirt. Yep. I don't know where to put this. I keep on pushing the tree around as if as if I could push the tree around. Well, I think you could actually push a tree around without hurting it. Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? Then we got one more card here. Lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before, you old soul. You're an old soul. Look, that's probably also why there's an older person here. So this is the Archangel Michael standing right behind an older woman. Pray from the heart. This older woman holding her heart space. You are an old soul. And I'm not talking about like an old body. I'm talking about just an old soul. That's probably also why you've had to deal with certain physical ailments, mental ailments, emotional turmoil, weird things that happen, like strange situations in your field. Like things just are not as they seem. And I think you understand what I'm saying. Because I won't get into it too much, but yeah, there's something about like the lost lands of Atlantis. There's something about being a starseed. There's something about just having like been here lifetime after lifetime, having done this, and you're kind of like ready to experience life in a new way. Yeah. And you're getting guided through this whole thing. So spirit's just saying like, kudos to you. You're good. Your gifts are awakening. I'm sorry you had to go through all this, but we were here this entire time. We wouldn't have let anything like incredibly terrible happen to you without you being able to handle it. And so they wanted to strengthen you in this lifetime for this reason, for this time, for this experience, for this prosperity. Yeah. Pay attention to your thoughts. Get outdoors. If you don't have a fur baby, maybe think about getting one. Or you could go outside and watch all the fur babies you want. Okay, I think that's it, pile 2. I really appreciate you visiting and checking this out. This was meant for you if you're here. I appreciate you. Thank you, and Jai Ma. Bye for now. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading. This reading it's a direct communication, okay, from the divine, from spirit. So if you're here, then there's a reason for it. Maybe it's to directly communicate and verbalize something to you that you've been wanting to know about, maybe something that's been on your mind. Maybe you've had some prayers out there and want to know, like give yourself a little bit of validation or clarity. So I hope that this helps provide that today. Thank you for being here. If you chose pile 3, then this is your significator card, which is, I think, like one of the most loveliest cards ever. We have Cauda Pavonis, which is the peacock's tail. So yeah, the colors of the rainbow are here. And then there's the silhouette of the forest in the background here. Yeah. The number 55. LV. Love, love, love. I heard love. And then we have this frog. It's made out of jade. So a jade crystal, a froggy. Frogs, actually, I really love frogs. One of the reasons why I love frogs is because they always symbolize to me rebirth. They symbolize cleansing. They symbolize jumping into a new experience, a renewal of sorts, even prosperity. It's like kissing the frog and then him turning into a prince. That's kind of the experience right now that I'm getting. Now, I do have some channeled messages for each pile. And since I'm in pile 3, I'll do your channeled messages, and then we'll get some cards out on the table. I already have oracle cards ready to go here, and yeah, let's take a look at it. Whoops. Pile 3. Okay, so in your pile 2, I think like every pile had some songs that came through, and yours was Wagon Wheel by Old Crow Medicine Show. Yes, and then I wrote down, I think crows are significant for pile 3. The wagon wheel, and then I wrote down like little arrows going the wagon wheel, old habits, and then it goes to new train of thought, and then news, and I see movement. So the wheel representing movement. There's a lot of movement, especially with that song, and then the wagon wheel in my head. And then I wrote down lots of forward momentum. I see witches and stepping into sovereignty, no longer afraid. And then I heard, come out, wherever you are, no hiding. I heard just riding the wheel, spinning the threads of existence, the 3 fates. I saw the 3 fates. And then I heard you have ancient healing capabilities. And you have the knowledge of a mystic, or you're beginning to. You are the weaver, wrote down here. And guess what? I just recently did pile 2, and pile 2 was connected to pile 1. It's all woven together. All woven together. I wonder if you'd be interested in looking at pile 2 or pile 1. But pile 2 for sure had the weaver show up in a few ways. You're not originally human, I wrote down. Who are you, pile 3? I wrote down that you're unique beyond measure, but here for a sole purpose. You're healing past karmas. You've come to Earth many times. You've died over and over and over and over, and the trauma stacked on over the lifetimes. Your body keeps the score. If you've ever read that book, that's actually a really good book to read if you've had like kind of body trauma or just traumas that you're not certain about. Maybe you even have some like physical ailments or pains that just don't tend to go away, and you wonder why. Probably because it's something related to your ancient history. Okay. So your body keeps the score. Your mind may not remember, but your DNA does. The soul does too. Spirit is here to tell you it's time to shine. It's your time to shine. And then I heard, and this kind of got me all tearful, but because I haven't heard this since I was a kid. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. So I also heard after that you're pregnant. Maybe you're not like actually physically pregnant. Maybe you are. I heard pregnancy, but there's something to that. Maybe something where you're pregnant with ideas. You're ready to like blossom. You're ready to shine your light. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Something that wants to shine itself, right? It's in the process. And then the number 3 is important to you. So I went back to the song that I just sang, and then I wrote down, this is important. This is in caps, by the way. This is important. Let yourself shine. I'm literally crying. Why did it take you so long to recognize your light? And as I say that, I'm getting goosebumps. No judgment, just sad, and also very happy that you finally have realized your worth. And then I wrote down a bad word here. F yeah. You're you. The most amazing version of you. You're stepping into it now. And then there were like swirlies and everything that were wanting to come through for you, pile 3. So I don't know if you like swirlies, or like the number 23 is coming up, the 23, and what's it called? Oh man, I can't remember. The mathematic equation for the swirls like this. Why can't I remember? Anyhow, let's take a look at your cards. So this is an angel tarot deck, and I will have the cards, the decks that I use, down in the description box if you ever wanted to take a look at which ones I'm using for you. Okay, so we've got renewal, and what's this one here? That's a knight. Knight of Pentacles. Renewal. Oh, this is the Judgment card. Okay, so this says, reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness. Time to head in a new direction. Clarity on your life purpose. In your heart, you know what to do. Renewal. That is beautiful. And we were talking about that. Look, renewal, renewal. The frog, right? Oh my God, full body, crazy. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but I've got goosebumps everywhere. So renewal. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. That's gonna be in my head forever now. I really like that. How beautiful your soul is. You're a beautiful soul. I love you. The Knight of Pentacles, loyal, dedicated, protective, apprehensive, plan carefully before taking action, but then get going. Pay attention to the details, wait for perfect timing. A guardian angel or someone who watches over you. So you are being watched over. You are definitely being watched over. Oh, yeah, that's what Spirit wants to tell you, that you are being renewed, you're being cleared and cleansed, and because of the peacock's tail, you're like very unique. You're one of a kind. You're someone who is very special to Spirit. You're special to a lot of people. You know that, right? I hope you do. And then we've got the peacock twice. I can't make this up. This is so crazy. This is so crazy. Prosperous and happy marriage on one side here. And then it says good omens of prestige and success. Okay, success. The peacock came out again. Is that like your spirit animal? I don't know. Hey, and then there's the Knight of Pentacles with its horse here, the black stallion, maybe a horse, maybe a frog. Those are your spirit animals. We've got the number 14, sensitivity. And then we have number 24 with balance, with Hanuman, which is one of the Hindu gods, Hindu deities. Hanuman is extremely devoted to Rama. So your sensitivity and your balance, you're a very highly sensitive person. So there's a need for balance in your life, I think. In some ways, that's what it's also showing, is just like, okay, you're being renewed, you're getting help, you've asked for help, you've prayed for help, you're getting it, and you're balancing out. Like, you're so highly sensitive and highly unique that this world must have felt like crazy. I mean, for a lot of us, it is crazy, okay? But what I mean is, like, you felt it on a very cellular level, and it nearly broke you. The angel number 227, befriend fear. You are stronger than your fears. Fear is not an indication of success or failure. It just exists within you. Your angel's message is this: as you manifest your goals and dreams, consider where fear creeps in and limits you. It's not going anywhere, so it's time to make friends with your fear. Reflect presently on how your fear could become a friend instead of a foe. Fear. You know, I keep on hearing just like faith is really important for you, and pile two. Pile two, pile one, pile two, but pile two for sure if you wanted to check it out. Like, yeah, you are. Wonder if fear was like kind of what held you back in some way from shining like the peacock, or like to be your flamboyant self. Actually, that's the word that's coming through with this card, the peacock's tail, which is flamboyance. You are someone who definitely gets noticed. You might even be considered someone who's different, who's either neurodivergent, maybe someone who's in the LGBT community. It might not even be that. It's just that you're just a highly sensitive, not just. You are highly sensitive. It might be also because you identify as you can hold multiple truths at a time. That's kind of like what I'm being shown. Like you're a big vessel. Your container can hold a lot, but only so much, because like then you have to like empty out your container. And I think that's probably what happened, is sometimes you just fill your container up, fill it up, fill it up, fill it up, and some of it's trash. And you really don't need that, right? So this is all about balancing out the energies. Lemurian healing with the number 24. So you are connected to star seeds. You're a star seed. You are connected to Lemuria. I think you're also connected to pile one. Lemurians were fifth dimensional, androgynous beings who loved and wanted to heal Earth. They drew the love of God through the cosmic heart into this planet. Lemurians gathered the divine qualities from our energy fields and that of other stars, adding this to pure source light in order to form healing crystals to help us through the transition to the new golden age, which we are doing. This is the transition here. That's why it's so hard at times for us. The Lemurians then placed these healing crystals in the earth to light up the ley lines. Even now, when two or more gather with humility to focus these crystals, powerful healing takes place. Affirmation: I send Lemurian healing to earth. Lemurian healing. Yeah, you're connected to Lemuria somehow. Maybe you were part of that whole experience. Have no fear. Number 14. This little light of mine. Fear is a trap of the ego. Allow me to use my sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. Have no fear. Befriend fear and have no fear. It's the both and. You are stronger than your fears. And then it shows like fear is a trap of the ego. And allow the divine, allow spirit to help you to clear away any more fear, any of the fears that might still be residing within you, within your body. The number 40 is split your focus. It got really quiet. Spirit is just quieting you so that you can focus, because your focus has been split. It feels so quiet. It's so quiet. It's so peaceful. So quiet. Beautiful. The bud, potential, promise, it's about to happen, and keep going. Yeah, so your potential is there. You are on the right track. Again, I don't think that the divine is telling you anything is wrong. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing that's going to happen that's bad to you anymore. There's nothing that you have to worry about now. Believe, have faith in yourself, have faith in spirit, have faith in your spirit team to guide you through this process, because yeah, renewal can sometimes feel a little like a little hard. It can be, but you're healing. Maybe you are connected to crystals too. Quiet, being quiet, sitting in solitude a little bit, giving yourself space for this spacious container of yours, the meat body. And the energetic body. Okay, we've got 2 of these moonology cards. The new moon in Gemini is think it through. And then we've got a couple more here. The last quarter moon in Cancer is take a breather. Gemini and Cancer. Yeah, air and water. Again, air, water, earth. Well, not as much fire here. I think you've been through the fire a lot, so it's kind of showing how you're just balancing out the elements within yourself. You're balancing out your energetic field. And you're healing. Let's see what else here. The Great Gathering, it's all coming together. Intuitive hits and soul tribe. Yeah. So you really don't have to do anything. Like, your soul tribe is finding you. You've already like put your antenna out there. Maybe you've been doing this, alone for a long time. You've been at it for a long time, very, very much alone. Very much on a solitary mission, but now it's a joint mission. Now in 2026 and beyond is a joint mission. A joint mission of like souls, of conscious collectives. And then earthed, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. This is the reason why, I just think of all the traumas that you've been through. This life of yours is where you've come to work on your healing, both energetically, your sensitivities, but both energetically and physically. You're here to heal. You're here to be healed. You're here to remember. You're here to, I hear like right the wrongs. And it's really not even the wrongs that happened. It's just like the fear-based scenarios that happened in your past lives and the way that you were killed or the way that you left the body was kind of traumatic for you. There were a lot of traumatic lifetimes. I do feel a lot of sadness that it took this long for you to recognize your light and to shine your light, because I think like in past lifetimes you weren't allowed to shine your light. You would have been killed or sacrificed or backstabbed. And it doesn't mean that it won't happen or it didn't happen in this lifetime, but it's different now. Something is different in this lifetime. Something is different where you can actually explore your originality, explore your uniqueness. You can actually like this life of yours now is where you have to express your uniqueness. That's like the one thing that you weren't allowed to do without being killed in past lifetimes. So this is where you can finally Shine your light. Spirit is so proud of you. So proud. And you should be too. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Let's see if there's anything else that wanted to come through here. Agent healing capabilities, knowledge of a mystic. So yeah, I think you are kind of like from the Lemurian communities, mystic. You're not originally human. Huh. Unique beyond measure, but here for a sole purpose, healing past karmas. You've come to Earth many times. Shine your light. Finally realized your worth. You're you, the most amazing version of you you're stepping into now. You have that opportunity in this lifetime. And I think if you were confused about your purpose is to be you, to be unapologetically you in this life. Yeah. So please shine your light, be you. And the divine spirit, really wants you to know that Spirit's very proud of you. Yay. Oh my gosh, that gave me like so much goosebumps and emotions. I feel the feels right now. Okay, I think that's all I've got for you, pile 3. Thank you so much for showing up today. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the reading, and go down to the comment section. Let me know what resonated for you. Thank you so much for being here today. Jai Ma, and bye for now.